Hey guys, what's going on? SeaCrafted here, and welcome to the new video on how to make a statue of SmallishBeans in Minecraft. As you can see, it's an exact pixel per pixel block of his skin, with everything included from his main skin that he uses. He's even got his little green fleck in his hair that goes along, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to make this thing really simple. I'll go as slow as I can, and yeah, let's do this thing. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is figure out where you want this thing to go. I've marked out an 8x4 area, which is the size of a Minecraft legs and torso, and then the arms come out a bit and the head will come out a bit. But I've got to set up the 8x4 area of where it's going, and we'll get started. So I'm going to be referencing this statue backwards and forwards because there's that many different things to remember. It's easier to have it all right here to go off. So the first thing we'll do is going to make a 3-high area around the perimeter with some brown terracotta. So we'll see how 8x4 area go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way around. Alright, so once I've done that, we'll come back here. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. So from the front of the statue, this is the front. Keep one brown terracotta, break out 2 blocks, leave 2 blocks, break out 2 blocks, and leave 1. I'll put in some green concrete in there. Then go back to your brown terracotta and just put it on top of those green blocks. And that's his shoes done. Those are his shoes. They're very basic shoes, let's be honest, but you know, that's just what he has. So we're going to go and do this now. His trousers, I guess you could call them. And again, this is really simple. We're going to grab some brown concrete, powder even, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 high with it from the top of this brown terracotta. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 from on top of this brown terracotta above the green concrete, and place this all around it. Alright, so once you've done that, the last thing that looks like this. So you can grab some more brown concrete powder and just place on either end an additional 4 blocks. Now on the front you can see it comes in 2 blocks, but on the back it only goes in 1 block. So let's do that now. So on the front, put an extra couple of blocks at the front here. So that's what it looks like from the front, and we'll see there's a 6 gap at the back and a 4 gap at the front. And that's it for the leggings. Now we'll move on to the hang bit of his torso, which is really simple. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 from this top layer and fill it all in with white. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and just fill the rest of this in with white wool. Okay, so that's it for the lower body of his skin. See, the skins have 4 major parts: the leggings, the torso, the arms, and the head. Those are the 4 major parts. I guess the arms can count as 2 parts, but to me it's just one, so identical. So let's move on to the torso. So I think first we'll do is make his belt. So we can get rid of the concrete powder, and we'll get rid of the brown terracotta, and we can get rid of the green concrete. So we'll keep out white wool, brown concrete, and gold block for now. And we're also going to need some sandstone. Let's do the belt first. So it's just 2 high with gold in the middle. So we're going to need 4 gold blocks. If you can't afford these gold blocks, you can just use yellow blocks instead. But gold is, better, and it just comply with the skin better. So the very front of your statue, the 2 middle blocks, 2 high by 2 of gold. Then got some brown concrete and just wrap it around for his belt. Alright, there we go. That is the belt done. Really nice and simple. So now we can come over here. And if we go around his back, we can see that the belt goes on there. Then we have a 3-block high area of just plain white wool till we get to his vest. But I'm just going to do this bit at a time, so I want to keep this as simple as possible. So let's just go 1, 2, 3 up with his white wool. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now that that's done, we can move on over here, and we can see that he's got like his vest going on here. So what I'm going to do now is fill in some more white area. So you see inside of his vest, we have a 2x6 area, then it's some brown concrete, then another 2 white blocks. So let's just do that now. So it's also the 2x6 area. So we'll go the middle 2 blocks here, place some white wool, same height and middle as the gold blocks. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. No, 3 by 2 area, that's it. We'll go like that. So it's 3 high, 2 wide, miss 2, place another 2 there. Then we'll see on the left side, we can place blocks like that. So we have 2 vertical blocks going off, or diagonal blocks rather. Then on this side, we're just a 1 diagonal block. Just like that. Then we place some brown concrete, and we can just fill in the rest of either sides with the brown concrete. So we've got something like this. Just like that. Yeah. So now what we need to do is put in his neck, which is a 5 area here, then 2 there. So if you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's actually 1 piece of brown concrete here that we need to put in here. And that's it for the front. Now we do need to put some more golden for his buttons. I find it easy to do the buttons after. So we go, see this bit here where there's a brown concrete in the middle? We just need to go out there, and that's where the gold is, and skip a block and there's another gold. So see here, got our area here, the middle block of either on this height, skip a block and break, and place your gold inside. And those are his buttons done. Nice buttons. Now we'll go around the back, and it's basically just all brown concrete except for his neck, which is the middle 6 blocks. So that's really easy. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the height of the front. Then the easiest way to do this is to place your smooth sandstone now. So it's just like that, same height, just like this. And just fill in the rest of this with brown concrete. There we go, just like that. Now the front and the back are done. Now you might notice I'm not doing the sides, and that's because you don't see the sides because of the arms. So it's, it's just a bit pointless. If you want to, you can fill them in with brown concrete, but that's completely optional. I'm not going to do that because I just don't think it's worth it. So now for the arms. The arms are symmetrical, so they're not that bad. So we start by doing this sleeve area here. So you can see it's 4 high, 3 in the front. Let's do the front first, shall we? So in the front here, to the left on this side of his vest, we can bring it out 2 by 4 area here, then a 2 by 4 area of white. Keep it as simple as possible. Let's come inside here on this side, go 1, 2, 3, 4, and make that 2 wide, then a 2 by 4 area with white wool. So it should look like this. Okay, and then we're going to bring that down 2 brown on the front, and we're going to bring it down 4 brown on the back, and then 3 brown on the back. Let's do the front first. So like that, and then on the same on the back, go 1, 2, 3, 4, then 3 like that. So on the back of the arm so far, where it's come out, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 down. The next to it goes 3 down. Then on the front of the skin, it's just 3 down, and it's 1. Okay, just take a moment to make sure you've got that right. Okay, and then the rest of this just gets filled in with white wool until we get to the sandstone. But I think it's actually easy to do the sandstone first so that you know what you're doing. So you can see the arms go down to the bottom of the belt. And that's really easy. And the arms are just a 4 by 4 area of smooth sandstone. So we go to the bottom of the belt here, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the bottom of his palms. And his palms are 3 blocks high. So just put a perimeter around his hands like this. And just fill in the rest of this with white wool. Okay, just like that. So you can see his vest kind of goes up into his arms a bit here, wraps around and goes back down his back. Nice and simple. Just make sure you got that bit right. I'm just going to stop here so you can pause the videos at these parts just to make sure it looks right to yourself. Then we're going to do the exact same thing again on this side. So we'll start with these arms. So we'll go 2x4 area again, just like we did before. 2x4, then a 2x4 with white wool. Then on the front, it's 3 blocks down like this. Then just the 1 block here. And on the back, it's 4 blocks down and 3 blocks down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then we come down here to the bottom of his belt, do his hands again, which is a 4x4 area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And make these 3 high in total. And once again, we're just going to fill the rest of this all in with white wool. Alright, so that is his legs, torso and arms all done. All we've got to do now is his head. Now in his skin, the front of his hair sticks out 1 block. So I've done that in this statue to make it look a little bit better and more realistic. I've done some other statues like with Sky. I put his sunglasses out, because that's just what's like on his skin. And we want to make this as accurate as possible. So I'm just going to clear my inventory to make things easier. So I'm going to get smooth sandstone, white wool, spruce planks, brown wool, green wool, and lime concrete. That's a lot of different things. So let's build this thing. We'll start with the base of his head, which is quite simple. We'll start by being a 4x8 area with brown wool and a 4x8 area of smooth sandstone. Let's do it. Okay, so see where these blocks are here, here and here. Where, wait, that's not right. 1, 2, 3. That's right, here and here. So we're filling over the gap right on the edge, which should be 8 blocks wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Now bring this forward by 2 blocks with the smooth sandstone, just like that, and fill it in. Okay, now grab your brown wool for his hair. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 with the smooth sandstone, then another 4 blocks with brown wool. So again, it brings out the back of the skin by 2 blocks. Do the same on both sides, and just fill that area in. Now, what I find easy to do is just do all brown hair, then come back later and add the green in for his hair. That's just the way I did it. I just think it's a lot easier to figure out. Let's start by making the front of his face, all these flat bits here first. So it's a 2x8 area, and then kind of got these bits that go up here, but we'll do them after. So, front of his skin, front of his face, put another layer of sandstone. Now the middle 2 blocks, put another 2x2 area there, and 1 on the top here, on the left. So it looks exactly like that. Then again, on the left side here, put 1 block going up there, and on the right side you want 2 blocks going up, and then 1 diagonal. So 2 blocks up there, and 1 diagonal. So it looks like that for his face. So we've got a 2x8 area. In the middle, we've got another 2x2 with 1 on the left side on top. On the left of this 2x8 area, got 1 smooth sandstone on the top. And on the right side, we have 2 up and 1 diagonal. So just take a moment, pause the video, and make sure you got that bit right. Now for his eyes. So his eyes are really simple, just 2 spruce planks and 2 white wool. So go inside of these gaps here, and we'll 2 spruce planks, 2 spruce planks, 2 white wool, and 2 white wool. And that's his eyes done. And that's all the flat parts of his face done. Now we're going to come out a layer. So we'll grab some brown wool. I'm just going to square off this area till it's an 8x8 front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. square that off, and fill it in. Okay, now I do that just as like a base on where to add the rest of these bits. So let's do the green fleckiness hair first. Now see it goes down the 1, 2, 3, 4th block along. Just one long lime green concrete strip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this goes above one block. So I'll bear that in mind. But notice it's diagonal to his right eye. So you see the right eye here, so it's diagonal here. Go on there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. Pardon me. So now we'll add the green wool to the side of it. So on the left side it's 4 blocks long, and on the right side is the full 5 blocks. So on the right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then on the left side it's just 4. So you don't put this bottom one here. Then the rest of his hair in the front is just all brown wool. So just double up, excuse me, all these bits of brown wool on the top of his head, or on his head rather. And then this will be done. That's the front of his head done. Not that bad at all, right? Now his head looks a little bit flat here, so let's just fill in some areas. So go to the right of his head. We know it's a 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. So we'll do a 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4 area. Then just cut out the last 2 blocks. So we'll do that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill that in. Then on the top right blocks, get rid of those 2 and put brown wool there instead. And we're going to do that again on the other side. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill that in. And get rid of the 2 left side blocks on the left side of the head. So they're perfectly symmetrical. Now what we're going to do is just fill all the rest of this with brown wool. So go all the way up here. Now make sure you don't go up to this high, because this is actually 1 block higher than the rest of his head. And we'll also go up, before we forget, we'll also add these bits in. So on the left there's 2 brown wool, and on the right there's 1 brown wool. Go to your green quiff here, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, just like that. But again, like I was saying before, just fill in the rest of his head with all brown wool. And then it's a lot easier to come back after you've done that, add the green striping. Okay, once you've done that, it will look like this, as you can see. Now what we're going to do here is put in the top of his head. Now because there's that much green here, I'm actually not going to put the brown in first, but it is going to be easy to do the back first. So if we can see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 of all these colours. Now this is really simple, so let's just do this quickly. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, go vertical or diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and replace those blocks with green wool. Now we'll see exactly the same again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and replace those blocks of lime concrete. Then finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again place green wool. Perfect, that's the back of his head done. Now we're just going to do this bit. Now we're just going to break these 3 blocks here, because obviously the green streak goes that way. And once again, it's the same thing. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Since this is splitting out a bit, this is actually 9 wide, because we've brought out this by 1 block. So if we ignore this, pretend this isn't here, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that block there. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, place a temporary block, break it, 1, 2, 3, 4, then that lines up to this block here. So it looks like this. So pretend we've got this area here, got this line here, go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will already be there. Then grab your green wool and just put his streak around that. So all we're doing is on every block that's touching the lime concrete, place a green wool. And all we're going to do to finish the skin off is place our brown wool in the remaining area. Now, one note you can make is that you don't actually have to do the roof of his head, because you're going to be on ground level, you're not going to see it. But I think most people now have elytras, so they're going to be flying in the sky, so they're probably just going to see the top. So yeah, I would fill it in personally, but you don't have to, it is optional, but I would do it. And that's it, that is the skin completely done, block for block. Wasn't too complicated, I don't think. I really hope you enjoyed it, I hope it was easier to build. Again, if any part's confusing, just go back, pause the video of where you get stuck, comment below if you think that I did something wrong, or something that you would change. Maybe you said, right, no, I wouldn't have used sandstone, I would have used birch planks, or something, I don't know. I like to see what you guys think and how you would change it. If you do make this, please take a picture and send it to me on Twitter. I'm @ZooCrafted. There'll be a link in the description for that. But yeah, I hope and check out some other statue tutorials. I've got Dreamy, I've got Skyder's Minecraft, I've got Dan2DM, I've got Preston over there. Loads of statue tutorials coming out soon as well. I'm getting back into this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and ta-ta for now.